Most girls wish for a birthday party or a car when they are 15 years old. Some may have never even had their first kiss. Not for Siri, however. At 15 years old, this young girl from northern Thailand was sold by her family in order to pay off a debt. She lived and worked in a dirty, secluded brothel in Ubon Ratchathani with 25 other women. Every night, they were paid to have sex with clients.
As Kevin Bales states in his essay, because she looks like a child, many men chose Siri because she looks much younger than her 15 years. Slight and round face, dressed to accentuate her youth, she could pass for 11 or 12. Men paid $15 for sex with Siri, which is higher than any of the other girls. Siri is just one of the thousands, maybe millions of sex slaves in Thailand, whose bodies generate economy. This is not limited to Thailand, however. Human trafficking is a global problem and is currently happening in our country.
Human trafficking is the third largest international crime industry in the world, just behind illegal drugs and arms trafficking. It reportedly generates a profit of $32 billion a year. According to a 2014 study by Urban Institute, some traffickers in Atlanta made more than $32,000 a week. The study also cited research findings from 2007 that Atlanta's illegal sex industry generates around $290 million a year. However, women and children are the most common sex slaves in the U.S.
Because developed countries like the United States and several European countries view sex as a commodity that can be purchased, the exploitation of women and children is tolerated. In 2014, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children estimated that 1 in 6 endangered runaways reported to them was likely as sex trafficking victims. ANTH302 USA, the first American nonprofit to work on the issue of commercial sexual exploitation of children, recently released an eye-opening public service announcement that demonstrated how little most Americans know about the extensive child sex trade. In the same study by ANTH302, held in New York, most New Yorkers pointed to Amsterdam, South America, and Thailand, where they believed children were at most risk for exploitation.
Feminism can also account for the shift in this traditional patriarchal structure, which in effect displaced men as the dominant bread earners. When wives were not at home fulfilling their sexual desires, the need for this industry of sex slavery could be seen as one of the results of women's transgression into the workforce. This is not to blame feminism or women who desired autonomy. However, the gender shift and general social belief that women are meant to support and maintain men did not transgress simultaneously.
In his essay, Because She Looks Like a Child, Bales explains that in Thai society, most men and women feel that commercial sex is an acceptable part of an ordinary outing for single men, and about 2/3 of women feel the same about married men.
For Thai men, commercial sex is a statement of status and economic power.
So what's the first step to ending sex slavery? Well, there are a number of laws and regulations that could help.
The Trafficking Victims Protection Reauthorization Act of 2003 establishes a federal civil right of action for trafficking victims to sue. The PROTECT Act of 2003 establishes enhanced penalties for individuals engaging in sex tourism with children, both within the United States and in other countries.
We can end human trafficking by recognizing the severity of the problem and working together. Kevin Bales calls this new slavery, which he believes is only temporary and will hopefully end with human rights activism. Unity is the only way to end human trafficking.